Here are 5 tips that you should use the next time you buy a car. Because remember, car salespeople aren't just nice and they don't like you. They're just trying to make sure that you buy whatever they're selling. Because that's how they make their money. Commission.
My name is Nobuhle Kumalo and I'm a personal finance creator. Some of the videos I've made include how to buy shares, top 10 affordable cars, how to file your taxes, side hustles, interviews, you name it, I've done it. Note, these videos do not constitute financial advice. My aim is to plant the idea, it's up to you to water it. And if you enjoy my content, please tip me with a like, comment, and subscription.
Tip number 1, do not tell your car salesperson how much you're expecting to pay per month. The reason for this is that once they know what your desired amount is, your car salesperson, using their in-house financing, can tweak whatever calculation they have to make sure that they give you what you want to hear. So, for example, if you had a pre-approved amount from your private bank and they quoted you 4,000 Rand per month over 5 years, your car salesperson can also promise you an installment of 4,000 Rand. However, instead of paying it over 5 years, you might find yourself paying for a car over 7 years. Or you might instead actually have a balloon payment. So although at face value it looks like you're paying the same amount, 4,000 Rand each month, however, one deal has a balloon payment or one deal is over a longer period of time, which means you're paying interest for a longer period of time, which means your car is actually way more expensive on one deal versus the other. So be careful. Tip number 2, ask your financing company to send you a copy of your contract before you collect your car. This gives you a chance to read over your contract in the comfort of your home, where you can underline and highlight any items that you're not sure of or that you need clarity on. This also gives you a chance to research, whether it's on Google or YouTube, just to make sure that you fully understand what you're getting yourself into. Remember, if you try sign on the day of collecting your car, you might be so excited that you're willing to sign on anything and everything just because you've already seen them put a bow across that beautiful car and you just want to get in it and drive home. Tip number 3, do not buy your car under pressure, but moreover, do not let your car salesperson know that you're under pressure. By pressure, I mean you need to move to a new city in a few days, so you need the car like this week, or you are moving to a new school and you need the car like by next week. Don't do that. Rather give yourself a month and a half to shop around so that even if things are not what you want, you have time to wait. I unfortunately bought my first car under pressure, and trust me, my car salesperson knew, because this is the trick that they pulled on me and a couple of my other friends. Let me tell you what they do. So what happens when you're trying to buy a car, like I explained in one of my other videos, is that a couple of banks will offer to finance you. So you'll have multiple banks saying, hey, we want to finance you, and this is what you're expecting to pay. One bank will say, oh, you'll pay 5,000 Rand. Another bank will say, oh, we'll charge you 4,000 Rand. Another one will say, we'll charge you 3,200. Naturally, you're going to choose the lower one. So you'll probably go for the one that charges you 3,200. All right, so you select bank 3. And then 2 days before you're meant to collect your car salesperson will call you and say, hi, hope you're well. Just want to let you know that bank 3 has actually pulled out. So they are no longer willing to finance you. They thought you were willing to finance it. They'll make up some story, but they'll tell you that one bank is no longer willing to finance you. Obviously, you're going to panic a bit because, oh my goodness, you've only got 2 days and you're meant to collect your car, but you can't collect your car if no one's going to pay for it. Then your car salesperson will reassure you that they'll try their best to try and find the next best bank. They'll get back to you. They hang up. You sit there in your ball of panic because remember, you're under pressure. You're either moving or you're starting school, so you need this car urgently. And then what happens is, a day before you collect your car, they call you again and they say, oh my word, good news. We have found a bank that is willing to finance you. You will now be financed by bank A. Okay. You will now be financed by bank A. We're super excited to see you. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Now you're a bit relieved because, oh my goodness, thank God someone is willing to finance you. The issue here is that you agreed to bank 3 the first time because they had favorable terms. You liked what the monthly installment was. You probably liked what the interest rate was. But now, because you are under pressure, you have a whole new bank. You haven't read through your contract. So you're willing to sign tomorrow because you just need your car, right? And that's how they catch you, because some car salespeople get a higher amount or a higher referral fee when they use a certain bank. So what they usually do is they usually try to squeeze their customers to use a specific bank. If you are not in a rush, you can tell them, oh no, it's okay, I will wait it out. I really wanted to be financed by this bank, so it's okay, let's wait and see. When your car salesperson sees that you're not willing to be pushed into a corner, chances are your car salesperson will come back to you after a few more hours and say, actually, the original contract is now available, the original bank has come back again and they're willing to finance you, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't believe them. I don't even know if the original bank had actually pulled out or if it's just something that they do. But all I'm saying is just beware. It happened to me and it could happen to you. In those situations, I recommend that you say, all right, please send me a copy of that contract so I can read it through the night before, remember, so that you can actually see that the contract that you're about to enter into is still a good one. Because what happens is they sometimes match the amount. So you know how you were paying 3.2 initially, they might still give you 3.2 again, but now there might be a balloon payment, the number of years you're paying over is different. So just make sure that you read all of these things, because they know that you're under pressure and you need the car and you're willing to sign on anything and everything. But if you do have time, tell them, oh no, I see that this is different. This is not what I'm looking for. I'll rather wait. Tip number 4, trust your gut. Trust your instinct. And I know this one is a bit of an airy-fairy tip, but literally if something doesn't feel right, if something has you feeling like it could be a scam, you'd rather leave it, because you'd rather be safe than sorry. What usually happens when you're buying a car, especially from your private dealerships, so these are dealerships where there's all cars of all types and all brands being sold in someone's garage or someone's yard. And what happens is sometimes they'll tell you that, hey, listen, we don't have a dealer code, but when you want to buy your car, we'll just use our neighbor's dealer code and then you'll get your car. What this essentially means is that on your official paper, the person you're buying the car from will not appear. However, it will look as if you bought the car from a different dealership when in fact you bought it from this dealership. To me, that seems a bit, because why do you not want the government to know that I bought the car from you? So I shied away from those deals, and I would encourage you to do the same. Another thing to note besides the legal documentation, when a dealership does not have a dealer code, it means that they do not abide by certain standards or qualities that are required of all dealerships in your country. So this is not to say that if there's a dealer code, you're buying a super great car. However, I would much rather buy a car from people who have certain standards than someone who has none. Tip number 5, take a trusted person with you when you're car shopping. This could be a friend, a family member, or even a colleague, as long as it's someone who will be able to give you constructive criticism, because sometimes when you're trying to buy your dream car, you're so excited, everything just seems so perfect. You might even have a bit of a coffee rush because they offer you a lot of free coffee when you're car shopping. And if you're alone, you might end up making a purchase that you regret. But if you have someone with you, they might be able to stop you and say, hey, let's take a step back. Let's just look at this car. Is this really what you want? Is this really what you need? What about this bump? Is this a new car? Has this been in an accident? There's a lot of things that you need to consider when you're buying a car, especially if it's not brand new. So taking someone you trust helps. Alright, thank you so much for watching. My name is Noguhle Kumalo, and I hope that this video has helped.
If you enjoyed this video, please tip me with a like, comment, and subscription.